Hello YouTube, welcome out to another Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering draft. In our previous video, we tried to do some red-white aggro stuff with King Giat of the Dwarves. Didn't go great. I don't think it was necessarily my fault. There was a lot of lands, but also wasn't a great deck. So hopefully this one can go a little bit better, because we also lost rank because of how poorly that draft went. So hopefully we get a nice, exciting rare that we can kind of push ourselves into. But nothing too crazy that we end up drafting poorly. Man, that last draft had a Terra go around, and we had to pass on her. That felt bad. I've yet to draft Terra. Would really love that. Alright, oh, how about Saz? Saz is one of the best rares in the set, period. 3 and a green for a 3/3. When Saz enters, search your library for a basic land or a bird and put it into your hand. And whenever Saz attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on something, and then double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. So Saz starts off as a 3/3, but if he attacks, he puts a 1 counter on himself and then doubles it, so he immediately attacks as a 5/5. And if you got anything else with counters, it just starts snowballing like you wouldn't believe. Plus, no matter what, you're getting a land out of your deck, or maybe like a fat chocobo. That's just really good. Like, he's an automatic 2-for-1. So Saz is easily the pick here. What are we passing on? I do like Samurai's Katana a lot, especially in the aggressive equipment deck. Also, Town Greeter. Town Greeter's great for any green deck. And then a lot of okay ones. Like Magitech Infantry is good, especially if you can get those in multiples. But yeah, not sending any insane signals, so we'll easily take the Saz. Going into pick 2. There's an Ishgard, which is not super exciting. There is Clash of the Icons, which is a fight spell, which can be alright. I like Ignis. 1 green blue for a 2/2. When Ignis enters, look at the top 6 cards and put a land onto the battlefield. I like that a lot. Helps you ramp. And then later, he can always come up with a new recipe to make some food. Clash of the Icons is okay. Like, I don't want to prioritize fight spells over anything else. Yeah, we'll try the Ignis. If we can get deeper into green, that would be nice. Oh, there's From Father to Son, which is not a playable card. Don't take it. We got Hekdai, Grand Pulse Ochu, and Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum is one of blue's better removal spells because it just kind of answers whatever you need it to. The black's unexciting. The white's decent. And red here is not great. I mean, I could take the Grand Pulse Ochu if I really want to make sure I'm in green. But that's not... I'm not convinced on that. Like, we could see more Grand Pulse Ochus, but Stuck in Summoner's Sanctums are just... There's a little more premium. Alright, going to pick 4, though. Delivery Moogle, Phantom Train. Random Encounter is unplayable, and yet people go for it. We do have a Geisel Greens and a Sahagin. Might grab the Sahagin here. It's another 2-mana creature. Gets us a little deeper into blue. So then we could end up doing some like big green-blue stuff. Or if we end up having to go like blue-red, then we got a solid payoff for that. I think the Geisel Greens card is just kind of fine. We'll see more of those. But I like having the Sahagin more. Oh, wow. That's a pick 5 Sleep Magic and a pick 5 Thunder Magic and a pick 5 Town Greeter. These are all great cards. In all those colors. We're going to go with Sleep Magic, though. My 1 mana just take something out is turbo efficient. I would love to get more Town Greeters. I'm not convinced red is open. I don't think we've seen exciting red cards. But that's very surprising. So we will Sleep Magic. Going to pick 6. Valkyrie Aerial Unit is only really good in the blue-white artifacts deck, which we are definitely not doing. Not seeing any black here. Ice Flan's fine. A late Samurai's Katana too. It might just be taking the Ice Flan just as a fine top-end blue card. Like, I'd rather have the Ice Flan than the Valkyrie Aerial Unit, since we don't have a lot of artifacts to make this cheaper and efficient. We are seeing a lot of blue. Going to pick 7. Okay, well, pick 7's a lot of junk. It's a late Fate of the Sun Crest. People not like that one as much. There's Keycurrent Merchant if we want to stick in with like the blue-green, maybe some towns. A little more control-y late game stuff. And that might just be the most exciting pick here. It's either that or Fate of the Suncrest. You know what? I'll grab Fate of the Suncrest just in case. Like, people don't really like grabbing the Keycurrent Merchant. All right, pick 8. There's an Ash. Not seeing any green. Which does say a lot. If Ash is still there, maybe blue-white equipment or artifacts is open. Yeah, pick 9. Crystal Fragment is still here. Scorpion Sentinel is still here. All the green guards were taken. So sadly, I don't think we're going to make green happen. So maybe we're blue-white artifacts. We'll take the Scorpion Sentinel. Like, so if we kind of remove our green cards. Like, what we got here is still solid. Sleep Magic, Stuck in Summoner Sanctum, Fate of the Suncrest, and Ash. Sahaga doesn't really work for blue-white artifacts. But maybe we can start building towards it. There's an Ishgard, the Holy Sea. For 5 mana, return 2 artifacts or enchantments. You don't really lose those a whole lot. Let's take a Monk's Fist. It's not super exciting, but you know what? That is another artifact for Ash. If we can start finding some like Gala Cats, that's what we really want. Take the Aerith Rescue Mission. Second Aerith Rescue Mission. And a Weapons Vendor. Okay. Yeah, so that all could be signs. We're going to pick 2. There's a Gilgamesh. Who is awesome. But we're not white-red. We're white-blue. There's another Weapons Vendor. I actually really like Grahatia. 4 and a white for a 3/5 reach, so it blocks flyers. But then whenever things dies, you also draw a card off of it. I think that's great. I'm not convinced Prima Vista is any good. But we could see that come around. Maybe also Ishgard, Weapons Vendor, Syncopate, or even the Crossroads Village. We still want artifacts, though. Man, I do like Crystal's Chosen a lot. I don't know if I like that as much in blue-white. I mean, I like Quistis a lot, too, but I think she's like a blue-red or blue-black card. That's either like Scorpion Sentinel or Paladin's Arms. I'm going to grab the Paladin's Arms because I feel like Scorpion Sentinel is more likely to come back around. I just want to have the 3/2 than the 1/4 for now. Stolen Uniform is unplayable. I don't even like the Sage's Nolith, even though it is an equipment. I'd rather have the White Mage Staff. Just another solid 2/2 for 2. Sometimes gains you a life. Sage's Nolith could wheel, though. We're sitting at 3 artifacts right now, which isn't great. Yeah, we definitely want a higher concentration of that. Pick 4, another Fate of the Suncrest, Renoa, Shadowbringers, but easy combat tutorial. I think one of the things you really need to do in this format is having a ways of filtering through your deck and your hand is important. So all the blue card draw spells, combat tutorial, Dreams of Laguna, or even Travel the Overworld, all really important. Black, Resentful Revelation, anything that can just help you draw stuff. There is another Fate of the Suncrest here, but I actually kind of want combat tutorial a bit more. Since we have Sleep Magic, Stuck in Summoner Sanctum, and 1 Fate of the Suncrest already. There's another Crystal's Chosen, another combat tutorial, or a Crossroads Village if I really want to fix my mana, which isn't as important. Let's grab a Crystal's Chosen. Stolen Uniform can bypass equip costs, but that's generally not worth a card slot. Like, that's cute, but that's not so important. I need to spend a card slot just for a Stolen Uniform, especially since Weapons Vendor does the same thing, but also draws me a card and is a 2/2 and does it every single turn. We'll try Crystal's Chosen. It is a bit expensive. If we can get some white aura sites, Crystal's Chosen gets better, because that helps us ramp into Crystal's Chosen. So what am I not really looking to play? Maybe one of the Aerith Rescues mission. Oh, there's a Squall! Squall is 2 and a white for a First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, or an equipment. Costs 1 less to cast. As a late Shantoto and a late Thunder Magic. Ugh. This pains me. There is also the Rook Turret if we want more artifacts, but I kind of like the Squall. Just solid lifelink. Another Shantoto? Man, I could have the Dream Blue-Red deck here. Look, Swallowed by Leviathan. This is not a deck that wants to be doing the counterspell thing. I'd rather just have a second combat tutorial. Pick 8. Slash of Light's fine. But yeah, these are... I don't know what the rest of the table was doing. I guess Prima Vista? It is an artifact. Period. Ash can find it at least. Yeah, we're only at 4 artifacts. To make Ash good, you really want your deck to have like 8 to 10 artifacts that's worth her finding. So if those Sage's Noliths wheel around, we may end up having to grab some of those. Well, the Crystal's Chosen did. Not really looking to play 2. Thankfully, one of the Sage's Noliths did. So like Sahagan doesn't really do anything in this deck. Play like the 1 Aerith Rescue mission's hard to do 2. Keycurn Merchant. Guess we'll rather grab Shadowbringers as just a counterspell. Alright, the deck needs help. And sadly, Matoya is not that help. Whenever you Scry or Surveil, draw a card. There's not that much Scry or Surveil in the set. I mean, there is a Magitech Infantry, which is an artifact creature. If you get multiples, it gets better. So I might just grab the Magitech Infantry and hope to see more in this pack. Otherwise, the other Scorpion Sentinel's fine. But Magitech Infantry is cheap. I don't like Snow. I mean, Sidecar's card collection's okay. I don't know how many cards we're going to get into our graveyard to make it work. I'm going to go the safer pick and just grab another Paladin. Because I feel like Sage's Noliths will wheel. Man, we really want Dragoons. Dragoon Lances would be great. More White Mages would be good. Like cheaper, more aggressive stuff is what we'd want. Like another Swallowed by Leviathan isn't all that awesome. Retrieve the Esper does make an artifact creature, but isn't an artifact creature itself. But probably still the best pick here. Oh man, there's a Furion. If I had ways of splashing for Furion and even more artifact equipment, I would take them. But we really, really don't right now. Which sucks. Dawn Warrior's Legacy. Oh, Mizzix's Mastery. Don't really need that. Oh boy. Yeah. Another Slash of Light, or take another Stuck in Summoner Sanctum, I suppose. This is a little more reliable than Slash of Light, because Slash of Light needs equipment and creatures out for you to deal damage with it. Whereas this just answers something. Second Grahatia. Another Stuck in Summoner Sanctum, or another Sage's Noliths. I feel like we're going to see more of these. Just based on the way the table's going. So I like having 2 Grahatias. Phoenix down, Ultros. Maybe just the Phoenix down? We can use it to return Squall or Ash. Ultros does not work in our deck at all. Wind Crystal. Tidus? You know, I've not played Tidus yet. 1 blue, white, blue. 2/1. Whenever an artifact enters, he gets a +1/+1 counter. When he attacks, tap Defender. Okay. Could see a world where maybe Rook Turret's better, but let's try Tidus. There we go. Scorpion Sentinel at the late. I'm just going to grab Matoya for the gems. Sage's Noliths. cards I'm not going to play. That currently puts us at 11 artifacts. It's better. Some clunky ones like Prima Vista. I don't know how good T's is actually going to be. Didn't see any more Magitech infantry. Because again, if you get these in multiples, they're really good. Any tips for Expedition 33? Parry. Just parry, bro. And at the end here, another Prima Vista. I'll take the Golbez for gems. Stolen Uniform doesn't do anything. Yeah, these last few picks don't really matter. I'm not super convinced Tidus is all that great. But if we can be aggressive enough with them... maybe? Like, let's take out the Ice Flan. I'd rather have the Crystals Chosen. Yeah, I don't really think I want counter spells. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 early game plays. We'll play 1 combat tutorial. I don't know about 2. I'm going to cut the Prima Vista. I'm just really not convinced on that card. Without white aura sites, I really don't think Crystal's Chosen is going to help us that much either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures right now. Just for removal, move all those over here. Gives you 5 answer spells. How good is Aerith Rescue Mission here? Just tap down defenders. I'll try it. And then maybe cut what? This could be a 16 lander. Like, the most expensive card's 5. We got quite a bit of cheaper cards. Not that many. There's a lot of 3s in there. So what does this do for me? Aside from making some 3/3s and 5/5s, not a whole lot otherwise. I guess it's still fine. It's 2 cards in 1. We'll cut the Phoenix down. That's probably the clunkiest card here. Yeah, I don't know if this one's going to be aggressive enough without stuff like Dragoons. But it might get there. I'll let chat vote. Make your Gamba. But if we can get like Tidus or Ash down, or even get Squall equipped, could make something happen. Certainly not an ideal blue-white deck. Like when I did the Collector Booster Box Direct, the blue-white pool I had for that was kind of nuts. Opponent goes first. We got nothing till 3. We'll still keep it. Oh, that's Adia's Orphanage. Gratia. Into a Sahagin. Okay. There's Sage's Nolith. So I'm actually going to play out the Paladin's Arms. Because if they have any kind of kill spell, the Ward 1 taxing their mana here is pretty important. Like if they just had like Thunder Magic. Or something. Or Eject. Well, Eject gets through it, but that's fine. That is not a land. Alright, we'll get Ash down. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum on Ash. Kind of hateful. Might just need to blow up the Sahagin, because they're kind of setting it up to be pretty big. I'll be mana efficient. Actually, just get the weapons vendor down. Because if we can draw a card and get a land, perfect. We can at least get Grahatia down. Shantoto, I'd rather just nuke. Like, I'd stuck in Summoner's Sanctum Sahagin. Shantoto, I'd rather just die. Let's try to get Grahatia down. If I can draw one more land and the opponent gets aggressive here. Realm's sketching the Grahatia. Oh. Okay. Copycat. Not a land. Alright, I think we gotta shut this down now. So they don't keep getting free hits in. This +2/+1. I'm just gonna decline because I'd rather get the White Mage Staff down. Just keep filling out the board. There's the Syncopate. Figured they had something like that. Quistis? Do you have anything to recast? Eject, but... Oh, they do have enough mana for eject. Ah, damn it. I thought they were one short. We're gonna have to block with Weapons Fender here just to save some life total. Now if I can get one more land, please. There we go. So now we can nuke Shantoto. You do get the draw card off of it because they copied my Grahatia. Then we can get Squall down. Since he does have lifelink. And yeah, that also makes Sage's Newlist cost one less. Second Shantoto. Well... Were they in the draft with us where those two Shantotos were going around? These got super rewarded. So it certainly looks like it right now. Dragoon's Wyvern. Yeah, getting for 3. Okay, another Grahatia. Wow, they really hate Squall. Don't know if that was the right choice. I feel like taking out Grahatia would have been better, because then their flyer could get in. Hey, Titus, you're a little late. So I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I'm just dead. You know, block there. Yeah, I'm just dead. Opponent had a much better deck. Yeah, am I the paid actor? I could be. Ouch, our rank. What the heck? This is not how it's supposed to go. Night Twister, thanks for the resub. Three-color draft deck is really risky. Nah, it's pretty easy in Final Fantasy. The fixing is very easy to do. Like they splashed Sephiroth's Intervention. They had the dual lands for it. Not that risky. Especially if you're green. If it's green, it's way easier to play multicolor. That's what you usually end up doing. I go first. Alright, we at least got Magitech Infantry. At least get something down. Opponent is red-white. So if they're aggro, I'm going to offer the trade and just get their 2-1 out of the way. Seems fine with me. We'll get down our first strike Vigilance. Capital City. To a Dragoon. Ooh. So I could combat tutorial. Make Squall bigger. That's probably better. I just get the weapons vendor down because that's going to draw me a card either way. Fate of the Suncrest, sure. Not a bad draw. Gives us some interaction. Paladin's Arms. We still got really good blocks. And they attacked. Wow. I'm going to play Grahatia first and then attack with both. Because if they block Weapons Vendor, I draw a card off of them. And like, this is difficult for them to raise through. Squall has already gained us 4 life. And right now, they were able to hit us with a Dragoon for 2 damage, and that's it so far. Opponent did miss a land drop. And being in red-white, it's going to be difficult to really deal with everything here. If they go Plains White Aura Sight, we can Fate of the Suncrest to destroy the Aura Sight. They can also Suplex Squall, which is funny. Alright, and they are representing You're Not Alone. Make Grahatia better. Bring up to a 4/6. I want to get aggressive and just put that to sleep. So now their You're Not Alone looks kind of bad. Unless it's Cure Magic. Then we'll do this attack. If they trade out for Weapons Bender, I'll draw a card. And they lose a blocker. Or they can take 6, go to 7. Item Shop Keep. So now their Dragoon has Menace while attacking. So this is a this is one of those situations where imagine you're the opponent right now. You're at 7, your opponent's at 22. Is that a situation in which you should attack? Likely not. Or maybe this is just desperation coming from the opponent or something. I don't really know. But now we can actually use the Monk's Fist to kind of force a lethal attack. Well, I guess if they have... No, I'm just going to do this. If they have You're Not Alone, they can make Item Shopkeep into a 6/6. So maybe actually leaving up Fate of the Suncrest would have been better. Oh no, it is Restoration Magic. Okay. That's okay. I'll trade out that guy for a card. Second Grahatia. You never know. Get my monk set back up. It was either Restoration Magic or You're Not Alone. I was trying to kind of force him to play one of them. Warrior's Sword still attacking. No? No. Okay. I have 7 mana. So I can actually equip Grahatia to being a monk, attack. If they double block, I can play second Grahatia. Yep, that's good to me. Another option was Fate of the Sun Chris to kind of blow him out that way, but with a second Grahatia in hand, it just kind of seemed better to be able to play a card from my hand rather than just having like a dead draw. Mousing over the Warrior Sword a lot. Are they just looking to re-equip? Okay. Maybe that's the opponent saying I'm done. Or maybe they're setting up Nibelheim of Flame? I don't really know here. I'm just going to play the White Mage Staff and then leave up Fate of the Suncrist. I guess I'm 1 mana short. No, it's tapped. Yeah. I'm going to play around Nibelheim of Flame. Just in case this tries to deal 6 damage to everything. Self-destruct? Alright, that's good enough. We'll do another Fate of the Suncrist. Okay. I can cast this twice right away. That's really funny. Yep, we'll get in for 2. Make some Magitech armors. We're at 10 lands, the opponent's still stuck at 5. That's 2 blockers. Okay. I do think the opponent was playing more aggressive than they should have been. And that's one of the skills you learn in Magic, and that's learning who's the beatdown. Like, are you the aggressor trying to push in damage and close out the game? Or are you in a defensive position looking to utilize your creatures, make efficient blocks, try to get up in resources until you can kind of turn the corner? And that seemed like an opponent that was not recognizing that. We go first. Well, this sure is a blue hand. So I guess we'll keep it. 1 more land gives us a combat tutorial. Opponent mulligans. Got sleep magic, 3 playable creatures. Yeah, this is good. This is all good enough. Alright, they seem to be representing a lightning bolt, so I'm going to play a Scorpion Sentinel. Another red-white deck. Okay, we got the island. We are going to combat tutorial because we want to make sure we're hitting our lands, which we didn't. Say no attacks. So if I go in for 2, they go to 18, they attack back. I go to 18, they're at 19. Did get another land. It's blue. I may need to sleep magic the Gallicat, but we'll just get a 3/3 out. Monk's Fist. Now Gallicat is a 3/3. Which that can get some damage in the air, which again is kind of the reason why we want to sleep magic it. Gallicat's good. Like, if you got the equipment to support it, a 3/3 Flying Vigilance is no joke. Hey, we got a Plains. Let's attack in with our Magitech armor first. See if they're willing to do any trades. Which I doubt. Flashin' or Coral Sword. Okay. Put the cat to sleep. And then for mana efficiency, make a bunch of 1/1s. Second Gallicat, yeah. Just play something big. The Sapotender. Just move that Coral Sword around. I mean, that is a clock in the air. Send in for 5. Yep, those take it. And then I think I'm just interested in going as wide as possible. Another Sapotender. And they got the land this time. That does speed up the clock by a turn. Like, I'm dead in 3 turns in the air. One more land does make the Scorpion Sentinel into a 5/5. Attack with everything. Keep my 5/5s blacks as vigilances. So right now if they draw one more land and attack with Gallicat, I'm dead. Really need any one of my other removal spells. Yeah, I may actually just be dead. Likely dead. Grahatia would have been great. Slash of Light. I think I have a stuck in Summoner Sanctum. Yeah, they see it. Damn. Yep, opponents got us with flyers. Which again, I had a few outs there that just didn't show up. I don't know if I was supposed to be getting more attacks in earlier, but I guess maybe I should have with the 2/5s. I don't know. Well, all right, 2 and 1. Kind of rough. Yeah, maybe I should have just gotten more attacks in with my Scorpion Sentinel just to start chipping their life total down. Try to make them get defensive. Jesus Christ. Cannot keep that. This isn't great either, but we will keep it. We're on the draw, so we really need one more land. Tonberry. Okay. Well, at least we can curve out. Yep, take 2. Obsidian Elder. Alright, alright. Still gonna hang back. They're looking more black-red, splashing blue for something. Emperor Palamecia. Jesus. Everyone had way better drafts than we did. And then Suplexing Princess Ash. Yeah, they can get in for 3. Well, I didn't want my lands, and I got them. We will attack here because they're not going to block with Emperor Palamecia. Alright, they're slowing down their attacks a little bit. Promise fulfilled. Look at the top 2 cards. They got a Brynhildr and a land. It's a good turn. Play Brynhildr, and Brynhildr hits. Hopefully a land. Yeah, Vector. Into a Dire Rat. Alright, so thankfully some clunkier stuff at the end. And they're down to 1 card in hand. I'm gonna go Grahatia. Man, there's a good chance I might need to Fate of the Suncrest that Tonberry just to stop it from attacking in. We kind of seem to run out of spells for the Emperor of Palamecia. Fine trading those out and drawing. Not drawing a land, though. And then, yeah, I think I just gotta get rid of that Tonberry, because that's representing 2 damage every single turn. Stay defensive for a moment. Blitzball. What the hell is this? My guess they want to cash in the Blitzball for something? It has to be combat damage to a player, so Blitzball doesn't work. And then they're trading their Palamecia to take out Grahatia? That's fine with me. I'll attack through 5/4 Vigilance. Land Cycle the Hill Giant? Or Hill Gigas? You didn't want to play him? I guess because Scorpion Sentinel just blocks it. I feel like in most situations you still just want the creature. Black Waltz number 3. Well, I've got this Life Linker and First Striker to kind of help me stabilize. Do they have Nibelheim of Flame? I'm not gonna play around the Mythic. I guess they can attack with Black Waltz. Draw 2 cards with the Blitz Ball because of it. Then what? Another Tonberry that's stunned. Sephiroth. That's not good enough. Oh, they sacked the Tonberry to it. That's not bad. A combat tutorial Squall. Squall versus Sephiroth? Just like my fanfictions. There it is. They have to draw a non-land spell to win here? Or a non-creature spell? Okay. That was a weird match. That was a weird match. I don't even know what to say. The first boss in Final Fantasy VII killed Sephiroth. Those scorpions. Sephiroth attacked while the scorpion's tail was up. Can't do that. One, two, three, four? Oh, if we're on the play, this would be awesome. Thunder Magic? Nope. You do have a Black Mage, though. Which I will at least offer the trade here. Another black-red player. Wasn't there for Barrett's tutorial. Isn't it Cloud who tells Barrett, don't attack while its tail is up? No, Samurai's Katana is solid. Don't love getting another land. Might stuck in Summoner's Sanctum to the Samurai just to save myself some life total. Attacking for 2. Take 2. And then a Choco Comet. Take that trade. Weapons vendor. Hopefully I can draw some action. I did not. There it is, everyone. I'm your streamer. Okay. So again, this is a situation where I need to start being defensive and start making blocks and trades. Because, man, they just ditched away a Monk's Fist. Probably looking for one more land, which they found. Sure. Then they flashed in a Coral Sword. Grahatia would be great. Make sure you hit that follow, like, and subscribe button for more top-tier Magic the Gathering playing such as this! Woo! How does he do it? Look, very few people have the ability to draw lands like I do. However good you think you are drawing in lands, I'm better. Yeah, but those Final Fantasy lands, though. Aerith Rescue Mission would be huge. Casted Floodga. I appreciate your jokes, chat. It helps the pain. I can Slash of Light for 1. Got him. Okay. I concede in shame. There's nothing I could do about that match. 2 and 3. Lost to some bad flood in the last one. Those other matches, it was pretty close with the Galacat one. That was one where I just needed to draw another answer to stop the flyer, which I had many of and just didn't see it, which, you know, that's unlucky. Didn't even get to Tidus. What an ass. Bummer. But that's Magic. That's how it goes. It was another, man, it's another really weird draft to navigate, and I feel like that's just kind of how it's going all day to day. Is that, like, as more people are playing, as like people are kind of figuring out the meta and all that, the picks just keep getting weirder and weirder. Or possibly I'm playing with people who maybe don't know the meta as much, and they're making weird picks because maybe I should have been red-blue with all those lightning magics. It's hard to say, but that was another draft. Hope you appreciate it. I appreciate you watching, YouTube. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.